Joining us now is Kayne Anderson, CEO, Al Rabil. They own closed-end ETFs, and they are big investors in energy companies. And Al, it's great to have you on the exchange. Thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brian. Appreciate it.
How much more upside do you see in energy stocks? Because when I hear best year ever, it makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to go. I actually think we're entering an energy super cycle, Brian. The reality is that we've got a structural deficit in the world, and that even predated the Russia-Ukraine war. Energy is 4% of the S&P 500, as you well know, but about 12% of the earnings. And, the reason that it's only 4% of the S&P 500 from a value perspective is that obviously there are projections that oil and gas will come down, that earnings will decrease and moderate over time. I don't see that happening, to be perfectly candid with you. I think we've got a massive deficit of natural gas in Europe. The world is scrambling to try to fill that gap. And we've got inelastic demand on the oil side. We've got China shut down, but we can really only produce about 100 million barrels a day. We don't see that going up. So, the reality is at some point, China's going to reopen. We've got a finite amount of oil that we can produce on a daily basis. And, and as you well know, the U.S. is not producing at its maximum capacity or anywhere near it at this point in time.
When I'm looking at the midterm elections, obviously energy is probably one of the bigger spaces that might be impacted regardless of what happens. A name you like is a Targa. It's a well-known old Porsche version, but it's also a pipeline company, Al. And the one thing I think about is if we do get Republican control, maybe with Manchin flipping or whatever may happen, we may get more pipelines in this country. Is that one of the reasons you like a Targa?
I do like Targa. Targa really controls both the gathering and processing and the infrastructure to take oil and gas and NGLs from the wellhead to the dock. Targa invested over $7 billion from 2017 to 2019. They're investing about $1 billion to $1.5 billion a year now on the CapEx side. So they're coming off of huge CapEx investments, and they're reaping the benefits of that in terms of free cash flow. As you know, they just reported $768 million of EBITDA at $70 a share. Targa is looking at about eight times EBITDA for 2023 EBITDA, so which we consider, and I consider, quite a reasonable valuation, particularly given my comments earlier.
Yeah, and then also renewables. We don't talk about that enough. It is obviously a big part of the energy mix. It is a growing part of the energy mix, and there's a couple $100 billion in tax credits being thrown at the industry from the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why I'm a little confused by the relative underperformance of many of the renewables, in particular a company like NextEra Energy, the biggest renewable power producer in the United States. What's wrong here?
I don't think anything's wrong at the company level. I think that you're looking at obviously a moderation. NextEra is down about 16% year to date. That's about 1,000 basis points worse than most utilities. Historically, NextEra is traded at a significant premium, and I think for good reason, to many utilities. Shout out to my good friend Jim Robo, who just retired as CEO of NextEra, did an unbelievable job there the last 20 years. NextEra controls 15% of the U.S. renewable assets. It will be a consolidator. It's also the largest, as you know, utility controlling Florida Power and Light. So very consistent, solid earnings, huge upside from the renewable side, regardless of where you fall on the fossil fuels, renewables conversation. The reality is that we need more of both. Energy needs are going up. Energy needs are going up 50% between now and 2050. So we need more of both. It's not an or, it's an and.
That so well said. The numbers bear it out. It's amazing. People don't realize. It's like, we got to get rid of all that. No, we need everything. Al, thank you very much. Al Rabil. Appreciate that of Kayne Anderson. Have a great day. Thank you.